You know what happens when you start to take yourself too seriously is you start getting thrown, or events start happening that are really anomalous. The things start getting kind of messed up, when you start thinking that you have all the answers. If I guess maybe it's just kind of a sign of the times, but it's been my experience that experiences start coming to you that have a goal of disproving whatever you think you know. So one of the ways it commonly manifests is in sort of imposing your values on somebody, or imposing your belief systems on somebody. And I mean, when you do it, you may be right, I mean, everybody's right. I say this all the time, everybody's right. All the stories are true. So yeah, like, you may be right, and you may be justified in what you're saying, but if you're taking yourself seriously, then it's not going to go how you want it to go. It can't go how you want it to go. Because you're not learning a lesson by taking it seriously. So this is the trap that people fall into with romantic relationships. Is I guess I'll say when we see the compatibility between another person and us. And we want it to be a perfect compatibility, because wouldn't that be awesome, right? But there are I mean, that's why I want to be, or I aim to be in a relationship with everybody, is because there are people who are really compatible with you in the way that you play, or there are people who are really compatible with you in the way that, in like writing love letters to each other or something. Maybe the other person really likes to do that too, so you're compatible in that way. Doesn't mean you have to get married and have kids. It just means that you should totally write love letters to each other. Some people are really compatible with you in the way that, in what part of the path that they're on, or in what their dreams are, what they're trying to accomplish. Maybe you're really synced up in that way. And it's good to recognize in what ways that you really are compatible with another. There's sometimes no matter what your level of attractiveness is, I think, sometimes you'll find somebody that you're compatible with in a lot of ways, and they'll just happen to be, like, really hot, like really, really aesthetically pleasing to you. And you assume that there's also a romantic connection because, like, oh, I'm so attracted to you. But maybe they just are really attractive, and there are a bunch of key compatibility points of having a romantic relationship that aren't being met. But you're blinded by how beautiful they are. And that's a pretty common thing. And then what happens is that sometimes we want to change that other person. We want them to change their behaviors, and we want them to care about what we care about, and have the same values as us, and uphold themselves to the same standards as us. And And that's, I mean, it's okay to want that maybe, but maybe what I'm suggesting is that romantic relationships are best saved for people who are already on that path of yours, who already have those same superhero characteristics. And maybe that's okay, you know? Yeah, I mean, for me, being intimately involved, and I'm not currently, but if I were to be intimately involved with somebody who doesn't believe in omniamorism or can't uphold themselves to that code, that would be excruciatingly difficult for me, and I would maybe want to impose my beliefs on them, and that all that would do would make me frustrated, make the other person frustrated to the point of not being able to be in a relationship anymore, and not even being able to be friends, and not being able to take advantage of what parts we were compatible. So, so yeah, that's what I think. There is romantic relationships 101 from my brain.